My beloved child, before you keep scrolling, listen to me. I know you've been standing before closed doors, wondering if your prayers have been ignored. But today I want you to know this. I am not closing your future. I am opening the right door at the right time. My beloved child, I know how many times you have stood before a closed door and wondered why it did not open. I know how many opportunities slipped through your hands. I know how many times you believed that this was finally going to be the answer to your prayers, only to watch everything change in a way you never expected. Those moments hurt your heart. They made you question your future. They even made you wonder whether I was listening at all. But today I want you to hear my voice above every fear that has been speaking to your mind. I have never abandoned you, and I have never stopped working on your behalf. You see a closed door and immediately think that I have said no. But my child, many times a closed door is not my rejection. It is my protection. I can see what is behind that door even when you cannot. I know the people who would have hurt you. I know the situations that would have stolen your peace. I know the paths that looked attractive but would have slowly led you away from the purpose I created for you. Because I love you, I will never allow every door to open. Some doors must remain closed so that the right one can appear at the perfect time. There have been moments when you cried because something did not work out. You believed you had lost your greatest opportunity. But if only you could see what I see, your tears would become gratitude. There are blessings I protected you from receiving too early. There were dreams I allowed to fade because I had prepared something greater. You judged the moment by what you could see, but I was working according to what only I could see. Never mistake my silence for my absence. Just because I have not answered in the way you expected does not mean I have stopped answering. I often work quietly before I work visibly. A builder lays the foundation before anyone admires the finished house. A farmer prepares the soil long before the harvest appears. In the same way, I prepare your future long before you recognize that it has already begun. My beloved child, I know waiting is difficult. I know it is painful to watch other people receive what you have been praying for. I know comparison quietly steals your peace and whispers that you have been forgotten. But do not compare your journey with anyone else's. I have written a story that belongs only to you. What I am preparing for another person is not what I am preparing for you. Their timing is not your timing, and your purpose is not their purpose. If you keep looking at someone else's path, you will miss the beautiful work I am doing on your own. There are seasons when I ask you to simply remain faithful. Faithfulness often feels ordinary because it happens in the quiet moments that nobody celebrates. It happens when you continue praying even though the answer has not yet arrived. It happens when you continue showing kindness after being disappointed. It happens when you choose forgiveness instead of bitterness. It happens when you keep trusting me, even while your heart still carries unanswered questions. Those quiet acts of faith are never wasted. Every single one is shaping your future in ways you cannot yet imagine. You have asked me many times, Lord, when will my breakthrough come? My child, I could answer that question in a single moment, but instead I choose to build something even greater inside you. I am building a faith that does not depend on circumstances. I am teaching you to trust my heart before you can see my hand. Because if your faith depends only on visible blessings, it will disappear whenever life becomes difficult. But if your faith is rooted in my character, then no storm will ever be able to destroy it. Do not become discouraged because the road has been longer than you expected. Some of the greatest journeys require the greatest preparation. I am not rushing because I am not creating something temporary. I am preparing blessings that will not only change your circumstances, but also strengthen your heart. When the right door opens, you will walk through it with wisdom that you could only gain through this season of waiting. Today, I ask you to release every disappointment into my hands. Stop carrying the weight of closed doors that I have already asked you to leave behind. Stop reopening wounds that I am trying to heal. Stop believing that one rejection defines your future. One closed door can never cancel the purpose I have placed over your life. If one opportunity disappears, trust that I already know where the next one is waiting. My beloved child, even now, while you are listening to my voice, I am opening doors that no human being can close. I am arranging conversations you know nothing about. I am preparing opportunities that are moving toward you even now. I am working in places your eyes cannot reach and in ways your mind cannot yet understand. So keep your faith alive a little longer, because before I reveal what is waiting on the other side of the door I am preparing for you, there is something your heart must understand first. My beloved child, I do not measure your life by the number of doors that have closed. I measure it by the purpose that I have placed within you. Many times you have looked at rejection and called it failure, but I have looked at that same moment and called it redirection. What feels like the end to you is often the beginning of something greater that you simply cannot see yet. Think about the path you have already walked. There were seasons when you believed your story had reached its final chapter. You thought the disappointment was too great, the pain too deep, and the loss too heavy to recover from. Yet here you are today. You are still standing. You are still breathing. You are still searching for my voice. That alone is proof that my hand has been carrying you every step of the way. I never promised that every road would be easy, but I did promise that I would never leave you to walk it alone. Even in the moments when you felt abandoned, I was beside you. Even when your prayers were answered with silence, I was working in ways you could not understand. My silence has never meant that I stopped caring. Sometimes I remain quiet because I am arranging pieces of your future that cannot be rushed. My beloved child, there are blessings that require preparation, not only around you, but also within you. Before I place greater responsibilities into your hands, I first strengthen your character. Before I entrust you with larger opportunities, I teach you humility, patience, and wisdom. The world celebrates quick success, but I am more concerned with lasting purpose than temporary achievement. Never become discouraged because your progress seems slower than you expected. A strong tree does not grow overnight. Its roots grow deep before its branches reach high. In the same way, I am establishing deep roots of faith inside your heart so that when the winds of life come, you will remain unshaken. What I build in you during quiet seasons will sustain you during greater seasons. You often ask me to remove every obstacle from your path, but sometimes the obstacle itself becomes the place where your faith grows the most. If every challenge disappeared immediately, you would never discover the strength that I have placed within you. Difficult seasons are not always punishments. Many times they are classrooms where I teach you lessons that success alone could never teach. Do not let disappointment convince you that I have changed my mind about your future. My plans for you have not been canceled by one mistake, one rejection, or one difficult season. Human opinions may change, circumstances may change, and opportunities may come and go, but my purpose for your life remains steady. No person has the power to destroy what I have prepared for you. There are people who underestimated you. There are people who walked away when you needed them most. Some misunderstood your heart. Others judged your journey without knowing the battles you were fighting. My child, release those burdens to me. Do not waste your future trying to prove yourself to people who cannot see what I have placed inside you. You do not need everyone's approval to fulfill my purpose. You only need to remain faithful. The opinions of people will change with the seasons, but my opinion of you has never changed. I have always seen your value, even when you struggled to see it yourself. I know the gifts I placed within you. I know the compassion in your heart, the strength hidden beneath your weakness, and the courage that will rise at the right time. Never allow temporary criticism to make you doubt your eternal purpose. My beloved child, I also want you to stop carrying guilt that I have already invited you to release. You continue looking back at mistakes that I have already forgiven. You replay old failures, believing they define who you are. But I do not define you by your worst moment. I see who you are becoming through my grace. The past can teach you, but it should never imprison you. Lift your eyes from yesterday and begin looking toward the future I am preparing. There are people you have not yet met who will encourage you. There are opportunities that have not yet appeared. There are prayers that are much closer to being answered than you realize. While you have been wondering whether anything is happening, heaven has never stopped working on your behalf. So today, choose faith over fear. Choose hope over discouragement. Choose peace over anxiety. And every time doubt whispers that the door will never open, remember my promise, the right door is already being prepared. When the moment is right, no force on earth will be able to keep it closed, because what I have planned for you is held securely in my hands. Now keep walking beside me with confidence, because there is an even deeper truth I want to place within your heart. A truth that will give you peace even before you see the door finally open. My beloved child, peace does not come from having every answer. True peace comes from knowing that your life is safely held in my hands. If your peace depends on perfect circumstances, it will disappear every time life becomes difficult. But when your peace is rooted in my presence, no storm can steal it from you. I know there are moments when you wake up with questions that seem to have no answers. You wonder how everything will work out. You think about your future, your family, your responsibilities, and the dreams that still remain unfulfilled. The weight of those thoughts can become so heavy that it feels as though your heart is carrying more than it was ever meant to bear. That is why I gently remind you today. You were never created to carry tomorrow by yourself. You were created to walk with me one step at a time. When you try to solve every problem before it arrives, your heart becomes exhausted. Your mind races from one worry to another, imagining situations that have not even happened. But my child, do not allow fear to write stories about a future that only I can see. Fear always predicts the worst. My love always prepares the best for those who continue trusting me. Look back for a moment and remember all the times when you thought there was no way forward. Remember the moments when you believed you had reached the end of your strength. Yet somehow, you kept moving. Somehow, another day came. Somehow, help arrived at just the right moment. Those were not coincidences. Those were reminders that my hand has never left your life. Even now, while you are listening to my voice, there are countless things happening beyond your sight. I am arranging meetings you know nothing about. I am opening hearts that once seemed closed. I am removing obstacles before you even reach them. I am placing opportunities in motion that will appear at exactly the right time. What seems impossible today can change in a single moment because nothing is beyond my power. My beloved child, I also want you to understand that not every blessing will arrive in the package you expected. Sometimes you ask me for one thing, and I give you something even better. At first, you may not recognize it because it looks different from what you imagined, but my wisdom is greater than your expectations. I see not only what you want today, I see what your heart will truly need tomorrow. So do not hold too tightly to your own plans that you miss my greater purpose. Be willing to trust me even when the path changes. Sometimes the detour you never wanted becomes the road that leads to your greatest blessing. Never believe that your age, your past, your mistakes, or your present circumstances have disqualified you from the future I prepared for you. People may label you according to what they see, but I see what you are becoming. Where others see weakness, I see strength growing. Where others see failure, I see experience. Where others see delay, I see preparation. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are exactly where you need to be for this season of your journey. Trust that every lesson has a purpose. Every challenge has something to teach you. Every delay is preparing you for something that requires greater wisdom and stronger faith. Nothing is wasted when your life is placed in my hands. My beloved child, I smile when I see you continue praying even after long seasons of waiting. I delight in your quiet faithfulness. Every act of obedience, every kind word, every prayer whispered in faith, every choice to forgive instead of becoming bitter. None of these go unnoticed. The world may never applaud those moments, but heaven sees them all. Do not grow tired of doing what is right simply because the reward has not yet appeared. Continue loving. Continue serving. Continue encouraging others. Continue trusting me when nobody else understands your journey. Your faithfulness today is planting seeds that will produce a harvest in the days ahead. And when the right door finally opens, you will realize that every closed door, every delay, every unanswered question, and every difficult season was leading you towards something far greater than you could have imagined. You will see that I was never withholding my goodness from you. I was preparing you to receive it at the perfect time. So walk forward with confidence, my beloved child. Let your heart rest in my promises instead of your fears. Keep your eyes on me, not on the doors that remain closed. The one who holds the key to your future has never stopped working for your good. And before this message comes to its conclusion, there is one final truth I want to leave in your heart forever. A truth that will give you courage every time you face another closed door. My beloved child, I want these final words to settle deep within your heart. There will always be moments in life when you cannot understand what I am doing. There will be days when your plans fall apart, when people disappoint you, and when the future seems hidden behind a wall of uncertainty. During those moments, do not place your confidence in what you can see. Place your confidence in the one who sees everything. You have often asked me to show you the entire journey before taking the first step. But faith has never worked that way. Faith begins when you choose to trust me before you know how everything will unfold. If I showed you every detail of your future today, you would never learn to depend on me. I desire more than your success. I desire your heart. I want you to know that no matter where life takes you, my presence will always be greater than your fears. My beloved child, I know there have been seasons when you felt invisible. You worked hard, prayed sincerely, remained faithful, yet it seemed as though no one noticed your efforts. Some people overlooked you. Others failed to appreciate the kindness you showed them. There were moments when you wondered if your quiet faithfulness had any value at all. But let me remind you of something. Nothing done with love is ever wasted. Every act of kindness, every prayer offered in faith, every time you chose forgiveness over bitterness, every moment you chose honesty when it would have been easier to compromise, every time you encouraged someone while carrying your own burdens, I saw it all. The world may overlook those moments, but heaven never does. Never believe that your faithfulness has gone unnoticed. I have been watching every step you have taken. Even when nobody applauded you, I smiled because I knew the strength it took for you to remain faithful. Continue living with integrity, even when it seems difficult. Continue choosing love, even when others choose anger. Continue walking in hope, even when fear surrounds you. Your character is becoming stronger with every faithful decision. My child, do not allow disappointment to make your heart cold. One painful experience should never stop you from believing that beautiful things are still ahead. Do not let betrayal convince you that genuine love no longer exists. Do not let one failure convince you that your purpose has ended. Your story is much bigger than one difficult chapter. There are people you will meet who will encourage you. There are opportunities you have not yet imagined. There are prayers that are closer to being answered than you realize. There are moments of joy waiting for you that will make today's worries seem so small. I have already gone ahead of you. I have already prepared the path. I already know the victories that are waiting beyond the struggles you are facing today. That is why I ask you not to lose heart. Wake up each morning expecting my goodness. Walk through each day believing that I am with you. End each evening knowing that I have carried you through another day. And when fear tries to return, remember my promise. I am opening the right door for you. The door that leads to peace. The door that leads to purpose. The door that leads to the life I have lovingly prepared for you. No person can permanently close what I choose to open. No obstacle is greater than my power. No delay is greater than my timing. No disappointment is greater than my plan. So stop looking at the doors that remain closed. Lift your eyes and keep walking with confidence. The right door is closer than you think. When it opens, you will understand why every delay, every tear, every unanswered question, and every season of waiting had a purpose. You will look back and say, "Now I understand. Jesus was leading me all along." Until that day comes, keep your heart filled with hope. Keep your mind focused on my promises. Keep your hands open to receive what I have prepared. And above all, never forget this truth. You are deeply loved. You are never forgotten. You are never fighting your battles alone. I am your shepherd. I am your strength. I am your peace. I am your hope. And I will continue guiding you every step of the way until you reach the beautiful future I have prepared for you. Go forward today without fear. Walk in faith. Walk in peace. Walk in hope. Because I am opening the right door for you. And when my perfect time arrives, no power on earth will be able to stop what I have already planned for your life. If this message touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs hope today. And if you want to receive more messages of faith, peace, and encouragement, subscribe and join this growing community. Remember, no matter what you're facing today, Jesus is walking with you. Trust His timing, keep your faith alive, and never lose hope. May the peace, love, and grace of Jesus Christ fill your heart today and always. God bless you. Amen.